Alright guys, so today I have a surprise. No longer using this cell phone for videos, I bought a real camera. In this update video, I'm going to go through things that need to be changed because I've been daily driving it for about a week and a half now, and I know some things that are very annoying and that need to be addressed immediately, and especially before inspection. So one of the very first things is no door handles. I can't open it unless I go in through the back. I have to undo the little lock and crawl through the seats or use a rope that's tied up and open the door from the inside. And it's getting really old, especially when I drive at places. But what I decided to do was buy a choke kit, choke conversion kit, whatever it is, and I'm going to run it along the sides and go through the door and hopefully be able to hook it up so that when I pull this, it'll pop the driver's side door open and I'll be able to get in. So the next thing is this gas cap. I wrapped it with some silicone tape, and what it does is it makes a seal around the end because I cannot find a good gasket for sale online, and this actually holds pretty tight. I go around turns and I noticed that, hey, my gas tank is leaking gas out the filler and it's getting really old and I think I'm losing a lot of gas. It's not that nice of paint, but I don't want it on it. So this is my current solution. We'll see how it goes after some time of using it. So here's the terminal board. It's not exactly how I want it to look, but it works pretty good how it's set up. I have to mount it to the side still, and I've been putting that off for way too long. It's currently being held on with a bunch of zip ties. Right here, down below the battery where those two harnesses go into the through the firewall, hold it right here, I'm getting leaks whenever it rains or I wash the car, and I need to fix that. The last big thing I want to fix is the exhaust. I'm getting a little bit of leaking going in the engine bay between the manifold and the exhaust pipe and at the very back by the muffler. I just have some like goop sealing exhaust stuff that's holding it on there. It's temporary. I'm going to take it off and weld it up, and hopefully I get less fumes in the car. Alright guys, it's the next day and I give up trying to get that door so that it opens from the trunk of the car. It's just not working right now. So I gave up and started working on the exhaust. So the exhaust is in all right condition, but there's some things I want to fix. This being one of them, I want to weld this joint up, and you can see when I first got the car, I needed a quick patch to pass inspection, and I put this gunk stuff in here, and I had like a piece of siding in there to help force it all into place and not leak, and I'm going to fix that now, along with some things underneath the car that held the exhaust. But the biggest thing I found was my gasket was actually broken in half, and that's why it was leaking exhaust into the engine bay. You can see right here that it looks like all the exhaust was escaping through the sides. So we're going to put another one on it and fix it. So two things. One being there's a huge dent here where it's actually cutting up about 25% of the airway for the exhaust. And number two, the way I force this into the pipe, you can see it's actually pretty screwed. Not much there. It's got a real small opening. I'm going to cut that, weld this coupler onto it, and weld in the other exhaust. So I have the exhaust welded up for the most part, and I'll tell you what, my welds leave something to be desired, but there's not going to be any leaks, and I'm welding really thin and really thick metal, so, and I haven't welded that much in the past.